Hey, girl. Hey. Yes, sir. What's new with
Hi.
you, girl? Did you survive spring break down in Miami, Florida?
You know, it's funny. Well, not that kind of funny, but I ended up because of their rules and stuff like that. My end of Miami Beach was not really all that busy.
Yeah,
honestly.
they put in a lot of like restrictions this year, like curfews and gun laws and yeah.
So it wasn't that bad. The good part, because remember I was telling you I was super worried about the parking situation. So the way that they publicized it is that the police were controlling it. But as is with all things Miami, that wasn't true. So when I got to the parking deck, I was like ready. I had like my flyer for the show.
Yeah.
I had everything prepared, and it was just a security guard and the guy that's normally there. So literally I rolled down my window and I was like, hey, and he's like, oh yeah, let him like you remember I was panicked. I'm like, I might have to pay $100. I'm gonna have to all of that stuff. It's none of it. It was literally like roll up. He's like, oh hey, let him in. So it was fine for me. It's fine, honey. The first week wasn't that great. I did not get good tip money the first week, but the second week, girl,
she finally made her rent.
I did. on these mules I've been wearing, girl.
On these mules. Jesus Christ.
Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. So that happened, and then yesterday you would have enjoyed our So our friends have a thing now that we do where we call it adult cosplay.
Okay.
So the first adult cosplay we did a few months ago, we cosplayed as tourists in downtown Fort Lauderdale and on a boat tour. For our friend's birthday yesterday, we cosplayed all his different forms of daddies.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that. So that was fun. Just going to a brewery all dressed in different dad geesh. So yeah, that was fun. The food was pretty good too, but it took a while to get to us. I was a deadbeat dad.
Yeah. Okay.
You ask how I've been.
I just asked how you've been, not for a whole life story.
Well, that was yesterday. That was like the last week.
Dear listeners, I would like to apologize for last week. Speaking of last week, thank you. Dear listeners, I'd like to apologize for last week. I went on a Cherokee key and actually won a little bit of money. I won a little bit of money.
Did you?
Girl, and now, speaking of, they're putting in a comedy zone at Cherokee Key.
Oh, Lord. It's not a comedy zone.
A comedy zone. So in their Sailor Garden, they're like breakfast buffet area. You go in, and then to the left, they've taken a room, and they've just thrown a comedy zone, like...
That's all you got to do.
...thing on it. And I'm like, oh, well, So I was thinking I should call Comedy Zone and get Mims and Maim to do Comedy Zone Cherokee.
Just give me enough months to prepare to get hate crimed, and I'll be...
Girl, they ain't gonna hate crime you there. They ain't gonna hate crime you in Cherokee.
No, they'll hate crime you anywhere. Come on now.
Just start screaming, I'm native. I'm native.
Two-spirit. I'm two-spirit.
Oh, no. You can't say that in Cherokee. They're still very regressive about the gays. So you...
Are they?
Yes.
Even like the Sioux Cheyenne Nation is not. They're much
better I know, girl. I know.
That's very
the Cherokee
strange.
Nation's very Christian. Very Christian.
I love that the thing that was used to conquer and kill all of your people, you have now adopted as your own. It's amazing.
But your people, what are you talking? They aren't my people.
No, the Europeans.
Oh, I
Like
got you. I
Europeans
got you. I got you.
came,
Yeah.
eminent domain. It was the Lord's, all of this,
Mm-hmm.
savages, the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're all just sitting around, not just Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, hey, yay, Lord. Like, holy crap.
Unto these hills, thank you for that smallpox.
It's these holy blankets. Thank you. Oh, now my skin has holes in it. Okay.
Oh, Lord. But yes, I went to Cherokee, dear listeners. So we didn't record last week. I thought I was going to be able to. So what happened was the full story is the night before. That Saturday, I went out to a gay club and was out till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I got home from the gay club, went to bed from the gay club, woke up the next morning from the gay club, got breakfast after the gay club in the morning, and was like, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna need to rest for a bit before I get on the road." And I had not rewatched these episodes yet because I had originally thought, "Oh, I could just watch them in Cherokee, have a little kiki before the kiki rest." Girl, I laid down to watch those, and I was half asleep. I was like, "Oh no, I need to message Maim and tell her that this is not going to happen."
Which I wasn't surprised at all.
I know. But there
Did you see
is.
my sad post about Boba House?
Yes, I did, and I read the Eater article. It was very nice.
Oh,
Dear
so
listeners,
nice.
when are they finally closing?
I think it's like the mid-April.
Dear listeners, if you live anywhere near the Greensboro area, Boba House has the best vegetarian fake meat I've ever had before, right? Like their fake duck is astounding.
Yeah. It jarred me. I mean, because you know how my connection to it, I was just like, oh
yeah.
I can't get it anymore. I can't go home again. I can't. It's that expression, right? Sometimes you can't go home.
Not that she ever does go home. Not that Greensboro even is her home. Not that she probably even knows a lot of people left in Greensboro at this point.
Actually, I still know lots of people in Greensboro. I'm still connected to all of those folks. All the people I used to go to parties with and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just won't let people go, will you?
No. Guilty. I don't know what to say to that, right? What do you want me to say? I don't. It's just not a thing for me. A lot of our high school classmates now live there.
I know. I didn't like most of them.
I know. I'm just saying.
Except for the ones I'm friends with on Facebook who know me. I like y'all. Especially that one I really never liked.
I know. We talked about it.
That two of them I never really liked.
One of my friends down here, we just had a goodbye dinner for her and her husband. They're moving to Winston-Salem.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Winston's now like a really artsy little place. It's got a place downtown that's got real good biscuits.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, it was funny because they're like, "Oh, yeah, you're from that state, right?" I'm like, "You're literally gonna be like 25 minutes from my hometown." And they're kind of looking at me like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." They said, "So it's like a town of this, or whatever, dead name or fake. I don't know what you call it. How I would do this here." And I literally said to them, "No, that's not what you're gonna find in my hometown. No."
No.
It's like Greensboro, maybe you'll find a few of me, but my hometown, no.
But Winston is Speaking of that, did you know that we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims a baby, you can throw somebody, hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcasts?
No.
That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Mercy Road podcast, and Over the Moon, Moonlighting podcast, which
sorry.
Eventually Patreon, you'll get some things involved with that. Hey, Maim.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. You go to MrMahaffey.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
That's right, Maim. I love a good 5-star review, and they really help us. Period.
No, they do. Yeah.
This is season 5, episode 17. Maybe, baby.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Maybe, baby.
So we're at Sugarbakers, girl.
Sugar bakers.
That's not how you normally do it.
Sugar bakers.
There you go. And don't change things. People like consistency. They consistency. Even though your brain can't handle consistency, they like consistency. I just killed Maim already. It's only been 11 minutes and 36 seconds.
How you gonna call my brain out like that?
Oh. Anyway, Mary Jo and Charlene are there with Olivia, and Olivia's old now. She's getting ready to get her AARP card by this point.
It's just like a very tiny woman sitting in the corner smoking a cigarette. It's like Gaga. From Union. So.
It's the woman from Beetlejuice that had the smoke coming out of her neck.
Diaper.
So Mary Jo was a little bit obsessing over Olivia, and she wants to go take her upstairs and it's feeding her. And Charlene's like, okay, just hurry back downstairs because I'm making you lunch. It sounds like euphemism.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Suzanne and Julia are here.
Okay.
And we find out that the making lunch is not a euphemism, girl. But Charlene bought one of the sandwich makers from the 80s.
I love those things so
much. They saw it on Sensational Breakthroughs, Suzanne and Charlene's favorite TV show. Did you have one of those sandwich machines?
I did. I used to make pizza pockets every day.
Like
every day after school, I would get those 2 slices of bread, that pizza sauce and cheese and pepperoni. When I say every day, I thought I was living like a king, buddy.
And were they good?
Every day. Yeah.
They still
fine.
They still have them on Amazon for like $15. You can buy one of those sandwich makers.
Don't play with me.
I know. I was like, oh, do I want one? Because I never had one.
Yeah.
We went straight to the George Foreman grill, I believe. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I asked for one for Christmas. when I think about the things I ask for Christmas now, I asked for the sandwich maker one year. I asked for a dustbuster one year.
Girl, by the way, speaking of when I ask you about Ruples, I want to read.
What was wrong with me?
I just want to read to you your response when I ask, "Have you seen this week's yet?" Because just the way that you wordsmith this, it really does sound like someone from a different time.
I'm so bad.
We've had back-to-back evening events. Girl, were you going to the opera? Like what back-to-back evening events?
I've told you I don't know how many times. I'm just an old woman trapped in this body. I'm not kidding when I say
evening events.
This is what happens. This is for anybody listening to this podcast. This is a fair warning. Do not let Turner Classic Movies raise your child. Just don't do it, because I'm always getting made fun of because of these things, and not just from you.
I had back-to-back evening events. I can't. This is my Mid-Atlantic accent. Oh, hello, Maim. We had back-to-back evening events.
I said the word schmutz yesterday, and someone was like, "What?" I was like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" I mean, it's just whatever. I can't help. What do you want me to do? I can't help it.
Well, Julia's being an ass about the making the sandwich.
Such a hater.
Yeah,
such a hater.
And Charlene's very excited because she's making apple pie, which is 2 pieces of white bread, and then you put the apple pie filling in it, and you cook it.
That's it.
And Charlene spits it out. Which, girl, I guarantee you, it's delicious.
I know for a fact it's delicious because I've done it before. So there's nothing about it that's disgusting. There's nothing.
Did you do it on back-to-back evenings?
No, those are afternoon. Those are afternoon.
Oh, I see. Back-to-back
tea time snacks.
I see. Back-to-back afternoon events.
Yes, those are finger foods to accompany my animated block on Fox Television.
Well, Suzanne isn't eating today. She's hit a plateau with her diet, and she's taking drastic measures. She's smoking.
I mean, if I had been there, I could have told Suzanne, I see lots of ladies at the bowling alley smoking, and they are all plus size. So I don't know if that's very good.
True. That's very so. Here's why there is that misnomer that smoking makes you lose weight. Because it does inhibit, when you first start smoking, it does inhibit your appetite a little bit. Okay. However, that don't last forever. And then there's actually, they've done some research of the chemistry of it, and it actually does something to the fat, which makes it slightly harder to lose. So,
Lord. I do have one friend that
I still have yet to meet your one friend.
No, you met this friend.
Oh,
the fire dancer.
We need to redefine.
This is an actual friend.
Okay,
like this is an actual friend. Like we've done stuff together. Like it's an actual person.
Okay,
but yeah, like man. He must not have that kind of hard to lose fat because he doesn't really have any kind of fat on his body. He smokes. So, I could see how causation would make a person look at something like that. Right after doing the fire show, the person's like having a nice cigarette. I could see how a person would be like, I should take up smoking. So,
dear listeners, Mims and Maim are anti-smoking. Mims used to smoke.
And Maim is allergic to tobacco.
Mims is allergic to it now. Like if I tried smoking I guess it was a decade ago now, my throat went, and I was like, oh, no. Well, that made it easy to never do this again.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was like, no, never again. Never again.
That's the Lord, Henny. The Lord tried to keep you from making a mistake, Henny. Yes.
So Julia was like, Suzanne, this is a non-smoking workplace. Like Anthony comes over, lights her cigarette because she's like, sometimes, yeah, and sometimes you just have to let Suzanne do this crazy shit to get out of her system. And Julia's like, this non-smoking workplace. Suzanne's like, since when? And Julia picks up a plate and a pair of scissors and just cuts her cigarette and says, since now. Well, Mary Jo's back downstairs and she's like, it stinks in here. I thought this was non-smoking workplace. And Julia moves Suzanne to the back chair in the little like porch area, the little screened in porch, I guess they have.
Mm-hmm. I think you call that a seating area.
Yeah.
Seating area.
Mary Jo wants a baby.
Oh my. She has children already.
Yes, but none of them babies anymore. Well, Mary Jo, she starts talking about with them, and we find out that Mary Jo wants a child, but not a husband.
Same, girl. No, I'm just joking.
She's really decided to go to what we lovingly call Maim, the sperm bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, also known as Ramrod.
Mm-hmm.
She could just go with a collection plate.
I need you to stop it right now. We do not need to talk about that. I do not. So Maim, this is probably TMI. I don't really.
To me or our listeners.
Yes. I don't really like sperm. Like, I am not. Dear listeners, there's some people who are
there people that like it?
Yes. Come play people? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like it rubbed on them or that kind of stuff. Yes, that is very common, Maim. That is very, very common. I just don't like because I'm hairy and it gets stuck in things. In me, not on me.
That sounds real. No, thank you.
To which thing?
Any of it. I'm just like, no.
Mm. And Julia's like, well, you're just romanticizing babies. And like, Mary Jo's, no, I'm not. I've had two. I know what I'm getting into. And I really want a baby.
Mm.
So it's a little bit later on now. And the smoking section is not working because smoke gets everywhere. Dear listeners, y'all, I don't know how old you are in this world. But back in the day, there used to be smoking sections in restaurants, and every bar in North Carolina you could smoke in until 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember being downstairs in Flex and it's smoky as hell. Yeah, but smoke did get everywhere, even in the if you sat anywhere close to the smoking section of a restaurant, smoke would still get out.
I remember the smoke. I remember.
Did smoke get in your eyes, girl?
It's hard to think about Western sizzling and not think about smoke, like the smell of smoke integrated with the salad bar and everything else.
Yeah,
that's where they used to have the knob cigarette machines when you first walked in. Man,
girl, I remember going to McDonald's. And the whole thing was a smoking section. They had those little ashtrays everywhere. So little gold ashtrays.
Signal Hill Mall. It was there.
Oh God!
Remember you were supposed to smoke up in the little thing in that little section. It was like, what did that help? It helped nothing.
And where?
In Signal Hill, the park that used to be down the aisle when you're walking down towards JC Penney and all of that, those things, those extra the elevated platforms for a while were the smoking section.
And then they just made the
know.
whole damn mall smoking. That's
Right.
yeah. God. Signal Hill Mall. God, remember when that mall was carpeted?
Yeah.
That red carpet? Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Girl. We were weird back in the 80s.
Yes. The 80s was a weird time. It really was.
Oh,
it was a weird time.
God. Yeah, I was thinking of walking through the mall and like what all Bookland used to be in there. I loved Bookland.
Of course you did, because you were a nerd, like I was a nerd.
I didn't even read that many books. I just liked having books.
Exactly. Like I said, that's still part of being a nerd.
You know what? I think the first book series I ever really read all the way through were the Opus comics. Oh God. Yeah. That's how old I was at that age. Well, Julia takes Suzanne and throws her outside in the rain and shuts the door. And Charlene just stands up and says, I can't stand to look at her out there, and pulls the drapes closed on her so she can't see her.
That was a chef's kiss of a moment.
It was. So Mary Jo has a sperm bank catalog. And Charlene's like, well, you could get the Nobel Prize one. And Mary Jo's like, I just want to have it with someone who I know is a good person that will be that I know them personally, that they're kind and good. And Anthony's like, that can't be that hard. And they all look at him and he's like, hell no, I give for y'all, but that is the limit.
That would have been a pretty baby doll.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Anthony's not an unattractive man.
No, he's not. But I just think that basically put Mary Jo's hair on Anthony.
Now, I didn't say it couldn't go wrong, because it can always go wrong. But I try to err on the other side.
My God, my puppy is losing her mind downstairs. Can you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
She's like losing her mind. Yes.
Dear listeners, I apologize. We'll just have to deal with it for a while. Oh God, she must be in the crate downstairs while my husband's cooking.
Oh, does she like to get in his way while he's cooking?
She's still very young, so she will just grab random things. So
Gotcha.
she just turned a year. She just turned. It usually takes 2 years for dogs to settle down completely.
Oh yeah, that's cats and dogs are very different in that way.
Oh yeah, that cats already be destroying everything. They'll already be scratching up everything by this point. What, am I wrong?
No.
That's true. How does your husband handle cats? Because what
do you mean?
They've got claws.
But the cats are old. I mean, that's not,
that's true. That's true. That's true.
I mean, we've only technically been cohabitating for like 4 or 5 years. So the cats are already old at that point.
Are you going to get another cat?
Maybe.
A baby cat?
I would really like to at some point get a kitten.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm trying to weigh it out now, right? Because I have one cat left, and I know sometimes people say that it's good to have a kitten around an older cat so they get adjusted to things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've heard other people say that doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't, like other than house training, that's not a lot of stuff. So I don't know. We're still weighing that out.
I mean, also has your husband ever been around a kitten?
Oh, my cats are the first cats he's ever had.
Okay.
Yeah.
It may be a conversation you need to have with them that.
Oh, we've had multiple conversations about this. Like I said, that's why we're still talking about it.
Does he understand?
No, I think he does understand, but he also he understands, but also he also thinks of it in like worst case scenario also. Like he thinks that every kitten is like a mad shredder of things. Like even the cats that I have, like they weren't really all that bad as kittens.
Yeah.
But he thinks like every cat is like, because
mine
the stuff in our house.
Mine just has destroyed 2 couches. Yeah.
Do you guys like trim the claws ever or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's with trim claws. That's the claw covers, the little plastic claw cover. Oh, just pulls them off. Like no matter how hard you glue them on, just pulls them right on off.
Cats are amazing.
Yeah, I love that little cat, but he was a little terror back when he was younger.
Yeah.
So
we're just trying to figure it out. So
yeah, dear listeners, that's why you hear a puppy in the background losing her mind, because well, that's what puppies do.
Que sera,
whatever will be. Actually, let's be silent for just a second so I can get a snippet of it, and I will use the noise reducer to try to get rid of it. So give it like 5 seconds, okay? Okay, that should be enough. So we'll see if that works. Let me write down that time, 30:50. And we'll see if that works and see if it actually reduces anything. Technology. This program I use, it uses AI.
Not AI.
Yes, AI. You know that thing that you use to make all those posters and things that without paying somebody for it?
Yes. 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 Wait, how's it go? Yes, and as Miss Grande says.
As Miss Grande says. So Mary Jo we went through that. Mary Jo just wants a sign from the heavens that she's, found somebody, and you know who walks in? JD Shackelford.
My favorite and your least favorite.
You really like JD?
JD was always my favorite of all of the men characters on here.
Not Reese.
I've never been a big person for him. I just don't like that guy. I don't know why.
I love him.
I think it's just
love him.
Like I don't dislike him, but I just never loved him the way you love him. I've always just like JD. JD to me has always been he's always my favorite.
You did like him old, even when you were young.
I didn't like him like that. I didn't like him like that. Why are you looking at me like that? That's not I didn't like JD Shackelford like that.
Methinks you protest too much.
Methinks that the dear listeners can't see all the crazy eyes you're making at me.
Why you gotta bring my crazy eye into this? I am not a relative of yours. I do not have a crazy eye.
Now you know that ain't true. That ain't true on both fronts.
So Mary Jo's like, "Oh, you got plans tonight, JD? Let's go out." So we're at Mary Jo's.
You done hurt Mama Maim's feelings of this now. She's like, "You ain't family." Oh, okay, I thought we were family. All right.
Oh no, I'm family, just not blood.
I mean, girl, half my family ain't blood family.
Oh my Lord.
You know how black people do. I still don't know who is his actual blood relative.
Oh, well, maybe if you came home every once in a while, you'd find out.
I doubt it. But that's nice, and that's a nice thought. I doubt it. They're gonna be half of these people at my funeral mourning me, thinking something, and they ain't true.
What, that you're straight?
They just gave me the light makeup. They just gave me the light, just a light beat in my coffin.
A light beat. You had to look like Bianca Del Rio as they're burying you.
He looks so natural.
Or Juno Birch, blue skin.
Girl, they call it color theory.
We can't say colored at this funeral. Oh, God. Oh, oh, no. Oh, no. Now,
okay.
JD compliments, we're at Mary Jo's. JD compliments Mary Jo on her independence. Then he breaks down the song Miss Independence. Miss Independent. Yes. Mm-hmm. So they do a toast. Mary Jo does a toast to independence. And she just looks at him and goes, I want another baby. And she says she can't start one by herself.
Which is true.
And she's just asking for a few moments of his time. And she tries to flatter him. She mentions an ovulation watch. And he eventually breaks down, and JD's like, all right, let's go upstairs and do this shit. Mary Jo's like, no. I want you to go to a sperm bank and donate it so we don't have to see each other and do this. And JD's like, no, absolutely not. And Mary Jo's like, fine, let's go upstairs. And he's like, no, I'm over it now. And so he's like, I won't do it. I definitely can do it, but I won't do it. It's gone too far. Well, it's a little bit later on at Sugarbaker's, girl.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit later on at Sugarbaker's. And they found cigarette burns on everything. Like the couch has cigarette burns. The rug has cigarette burns. Suzanne really cannot handle a cigarette. And I will say that I set myself on fire once with a cigarette.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah, just once. My leg.
Setting yourself on fire, that's major.
Yeah, I never told you I set myself on fire in a lab. So I was dealing with a thing with ether. Dear listeners, ether's got a very low smoke point of 60 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Like a flash point, which means it can spontaneously combust at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So cool temperature, it can spontaneously combust, whatever. But I was working with it. I touched everything. It was cool to the touch, right? And then I moved the heating mantle over, which is this thing that holds it, and it was cool to the touch. Let me keep this in mind. A drop of ether comes down, gets onto it, it flares up. I'm like, I'm getting ready to catch myself on fire. The way the apparatus was set up, my hand was still in there around this flask. The drop of ether falls down again, ignites the flask. The flask shatters a little bit, and ether fire goes all the way up my arm. I was in a lab coat, but I looked down. I'm like, oh God damn it. And I pat it out. Because ether does not burn very hot at all. Like it's not a very hot, you could just pat out. But still, it's scary. But yeah, I've set myself afire. Then I went to the hospital because it was at work. So you have to go to the hospital afterwards to get looked at. And the dude in the ER looked at me. He's like, "You're fine. You've got some singed arm hair," which I did. He's like, do you want any painkillers? I was like, "Are they the good ones?" "They're Advil." "No, thank you. I'm good, sir." And I left.
Are they the good ones?
I mean, right? Like,
are they the good ones? No, thank you.
Are they at least prescription Advil, or are we just talking?
I can literally see that video where they show that lady putting her purse on the table and get. Are they the good ones? It's Advil. All right. You know. Oh. I get to see that look on your face, like, I ain't gonna waste my time.
No, why am I gonna waste my time for some Advil? Advil.
Gosh.
I mean, if it's free, I guess I probably should have, because my insurance paid for it. Or whatever. Oh no, now my other dog's losing her mind. Lord have mercy on us all. God. So Suzanne walks in and her wig's on fire, girl. Wigs on fire, rolling down the road.
Oh my God.
So Julia just takes her cigarettes away and sits on them and's like, "You're done." And she's like, "That's fine. You only get one chance with my wigs." Well, JD's here again, girl.
Hi, JD.
And he said he's like, "Hey, Mary Jo, can we go talk in the back room?" So they walk the back room. Suzanne's like, "You better hang on those cigs because they may need one after what they're getting ready to do." Bomb chicken.
Which is like, Mary Jo would never do something like that.
What, smoke?
I said, no. Oh, Lord.
Which I will say, the after sex cigarette is not that great. The after food cigarette is great.
I don't understand. I still have never understood why people want a cigarette after smoking.
After smoking?
After sexing.
After sex.
Or whatever how do you want to say it? I just never got that. I never
back-to-back sex events. It's a relaxation. It's a and it's marketing.
Oh. Does smoking help you relax?
I mean, no, yes. I mean, it's complicated, right? It makes you feel like you're more relaxed, but no, it does not.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like,
yes,
in the way that pot actually does relax you.
Right.
Smoking makes you feel more relaxed, but actually heightens your heart rate, and it's an upper.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've educated me so much
Have
today.
you never smoked a cigarette?
Okay.
Because
I'm allergic to tobacco, so I just never did it.
That's true. Yeah.
I was like, I don't really feel like even breaching that, because me, the last thing I need is something to tip the allergy scales.
Well, girl, next time I come down, we'll just get you an EpiPen, and we'll get you a whole pack of cigarettes, and we'll see how this works.
Oh, okay.
You made it 43 years. Let's see if you make it 44 with this.
Let's see how this goes. Okay, cool.
Oh, God.
And make sure my insurance is paid up.
So JD bought Mary Jo the watch so she can know when she's ovulating. Suzanne comes back to smoke in the back room, and she catches her wig on fire again. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
I'm just gonna do this because I did think that he looked like a very quintessential businessman of like the early 90s. I like JD's suits this time. I thought he looked good.
He wasn't in a suit.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
In this when they're in the bedroom, like when they go back to her place.
Oh, I thought he looked frumpy. I thought he looked so frumpy both times. No. I'm going to give it to...
nice.
I really like Suzanne's outfit at the very beginning. The black with the red thing up top.
That was cool. I actually... Suzanne was my runner-up, but like I liked her last outfit, the blue with like the...
And that wig prop. That wig prop itself should get Miss Georgia World. I'm not going to lie.
How did it not get the Emmy?
Putting dry ice into a wig to make it...
That should have been a hair and makeup Emmy right there.
Girl... Next time you go somewhere, you need a little container with a dry ice thing that you hit the button. Like you could just tap it, it'll start smoking.
I really want to do that now, actually. Yeah.
You just got to be careful because you can't have it like touch you because it'll burn.
Girl, have you've seen how thick my wigs are? I'll be okay.
Okay.
My wigs are very thick.
Well, Maim, did you enjoy this episode?
I'm on the fence about this episode.
Okay.
So I enjoyed the smoking part. I did not like how desperate they made Mary Jo seem.
She seemed weak in a way that she's not. Like she's always been like one of the weaker ones, like or portrayed as weak, but never like this. Right?
Yeah. It was just a very, it just wasn't, I wasn't into that. I mean, it's just not her to me. So
I agree. I agree.
But yeah, but I mean, the episode itself was fine. I just didn't like that part because it just had not been her up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like, cause she's like, I have everything I need to have in place now to all of this kind of like, she went through that like weird speech while also sounding like she was on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
I could conceivably have a breakdown. I could conceivably have a breakdown.
I love that movie so much.
Oh, God. Yeah, me too. How do you feel about Robert Downey Jr. getting an Oscar?
I'm so happy for him. I mean, honestly, I have seen Robert Downey Jr. in some movies that I felt in hindsight should have won him an Oscar or at least gotten him nominated, like Wonder Boys and things like that.
I really liked Wonder Boys.
That's one of my favorite movies ever.
The problem with Wonder Boys is that the outside of the plotting and the pacing of that movie is very bad. Like they were not going to give anybody in that movie an Oscar because the pacing is so off. Like I like that movie.
It's an unusual movie.
I like that movie a lot, but it's too janky as fuck.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah, like
but like he was such a like that character was so unusual for him.
Like
and
Rip Torn in that movie. Oh my God. I love Rip
all
Torn.
Of them, right? Rip Torn, Michael Douglas, like all of them played very different types of roles.
I actually think Michael Douglas is the weakest part of the whole cast, which is surprising.
Saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Tobey Maguire's fantastic. Who's the woman?
Who was the woman?
Is it Annette Bening?
No,
is it Annette Bening type? Okay, I'm on it.
But it wasn't Annette Bening. But yeah, no, I just know that for the longest time he was, and I guess maybe because of our age, right? Just for the longest time, he was so consumed with his past, like the media was.
Francis McDormand.
Like that's it. That just like it was just he couldn't get a break in like legitimate stuff.
Yep.
So it was just nice. I was like, people are like, oh, I can't believe this. I'm like, guys, he's been a good actor for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they just couldn't get over like his stuff in the early 90s. So yeah, I was glad about that.
So no, it wasn't that. It was Frances McDormand. Like she did not even look like
Well, that was early her too. Like that was when she was really starting to
Yeah.
emerge. I think that was pre Fargo.
What was 2000? What year was Fargo?
Oh, maybe that wasn't pre Fargo because I think Fargo was in the late 90s.
Yeah. 1996. So yeah, it was 4 years before Fargo.
Yeah.
That it didn't click with me that was her. Maybe because she's kind of glamorous.
Yeah, she was. Well, I mean, you remember like when she did Fargo, it was like a very everybody was all kind of surprised to begin with because they were like, she is not what we normally reward.
Yeah, and then she did that 5 N-words outside of Billings, Montana.
5 N-words.
The 5 billboards outside of Billings, Montana. They use the N-word consistently in that movie a lot.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh no, I haven't either because it looks horrible. But like it's one of the things that was like, yeah, we're really trying to make it feel like small town Missouri.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. So, but anyway, going back to this, I agree with you that Mary Jo's weak. Anyway, babe, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Yep. All right. Hi, dear listeners. It's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can find me every Thursday night hosting Amazing Colossal Karaoke at Killier Idol in South Beach. You can find me performing with the Villain Theater, Improv and Comedy Theater, and hosting various events around South Florida. All of that stuff can be found at my website, I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. Over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
You know we have Patreon?
What?
That's right. We got Patreon.com. Mims and Maim. You can throw somebody. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
My dogs. Jesus Christ. Did you? Sorry. Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. Yes. They're all riding on some asses. I did look at my husband today and I was like, well, I guess you need to take off your pants so I can ride an ass today. I'm aside, so that didn't happen. Hey, Maim, did you know that we have another podcast? That's right. We have You Slay Me, our first row podcast, and Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
You know we have merchandise? You'd already said yes previously. That's right.
Sure.
We have MrMahaffey.com. Buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Maim.
Yes.
Maim, do you know what I love?
You love 5-star reviews.
That's right, dear listeners. I love 5-star reviews, and I always wait till the last minute to do this. I love 5-star reviews. They really, really, really help us. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Maim, did you know our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
They can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com or text at 704-380-0618. Maim.
Yeah.
Maim, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.